break the news. Yeah, break the news for us.
Crazy. It was a crazy. Most people that we know personally, we watch NBA, we know sports. So for everybody that knows sports, y'all seen that deadline. That shit was crazy. So I'm gonna just read off of some of the real big trades before we go into detail. So obviously, Oladipo, he joined the Heat. Rondo to the Clippers. Nikolai Vucevic joined the Bulls.
Ooh,
Aaron Gordon.
You said that shit right on the first try.
Nikolai Vucevic or Nikola Vucevic.
I say Vucevic. That's.
Well, I just imitate exactly what I try to imitate exactly what the announcers say. Yeah, okay, but yeah, Nikolai Vucevic. He the Magic let him go, sent him to the Bulls. They let go of Aaron Gordon, sent him to the Nuggets, and then. Here's a trade that's actually not even the biggest trade, but when I seen this the other day, I was like, holy shit. The Mavericks got JJ Redick.
Yeah. That was a good trade. That's
a good trade right there.
That's a good trade because you know what? They didn't know what to do with him in New Orleans.
And he played bad this season.
Yeah.
Like, because...
just doesn't really fit well into the whole team. Like, they're young.
Not the way they play. Yeah. Like, he's a good catch and shoot, but all they literally had him doing from the games I did watch of Pelican games before he got traded, he was literally just either in the corner or at the wing. He wasn't coming off screens. They weren't letting him, like, trail to catch it and pull it.
Yeah.
He was just coming up court and either stopping at the wing or going to the corner and just literally standing there.
And no, I like him on the Mavs. They're actually ahead of the Pelicans. Seth. Yeah, he's gonna replace Steph.
Seth.
Yeah,
he's gonna replace Seth.
Seth, yeah. All right. Any other going down the list, or was that the entire list?
Norman Powell from the Raptors went to Portland. That's another good pickup because the Blazers, they need somebody. What is he? He's a shooting guard, right? Norman Powell.
Small forward, shooting guard.
Yeah, so he probably won't start. Even if he does start, they need somebody outside of Dame, outside of CJ, outside of Melo.
Yeah, they need a better bench. That's what they need.
Yeah, they need somebody coming off the bench that could get a bucket, and he plays good defense.
Right, but they gave up Gary Trent, though. Gary Trent's nice.
Gary Trent's nice, and he's young.
Just don't play defense.
But if they're trying to win right now and contend right now, they need someone like Norman Powell.
Yeah.
Especially if Nurkic should get healthy and get back to how he was before he broke his leg. The Blazers are going to be scary. Because they are deep.
Yeah. Personally, out of what you read, you finished reading that, or there's more?
Yeah, that was all the big trades. I don't care about. I don't think it was any little ones, but when I looked up this, it was only talking about the big ones.
All right. The one I want to really focus in right now is the Aaron Gordon one.
That's also.
So you know how before I was talking about he should go to Boston, but man, the Nuggets just seems like a better fit just because they did lose. They
lost Gary Harris, but fuck Gary Harris.
No. I was gonna say no. Gary Harris, whatever. I was gonna say they lost Jeremy Grant.
Last season, yeah.
Last season, they lost Jeremy Grant, and coming into the season, you can kind of tell that like that's the hole that like
they were missing him.
They were missing him.
They're not bad, and they haven't been playing bad, but they were still missing Jeremy Grant.
Because MPJ, he's a small forward. He big. He can play power forward, but he's
small.
But yeah, but he's a small.
And he's been balling, but he's not a four.
The thing is, he's just not big and strong and sturdy on the post. So losing Jeremy Grant and then Paul Millsap's old, so you kind of need that void, and they filled it. Like Aaron Gordon's gonna be nice, and like they're sitting kind of solid right now.
What's the record?
The fifth seed, 28-18, right underneath the Lakers.
If the playoffs started today and every team was healthy,
play the Lakers.
They'd be playing the Lakers with a healthy LeBron, AD, and Drummond. I don't think they beat the Lakers.
Yeah.
If they see anybody else in the playoffs besides the Lakers, I think they could beat every team.
I can see the Nuggets ending up the fourth or third place. I can see them.
To be honest, though, the only team I see them losing to is the Lakers or the Mavs. I don't see them losing to the Clippers. Don't see them losing to the. We already know the Jazz are going to be out in the first round, probably.
Right.
They for sure not losing. The Suns are second.
The Suns are seconds behind the Jazz. The Suns balling, but I just don't have that much faith in the Sun because CP does get injured.
It's not even that. Outside of CP, Booker, and Aiden.
They're still young.
Can you trust them? And there's nothing against those young players because they're nice, but can you trust them in the playoffs?
Which they have zero
experience.
Yeah, but going back to the Nuggets, so they added this piece, which kind of takes a lot of pressure away from Murray and
Jokic.
Jokic and MPJ, because MPJ, he's a solid, spot on in the rhythm. Murray can always pick his shot. Jokic MVP, we already know, but Aaron Gordon at that other factor because he can knock down shot, but he can drive the ball.
And he's gonna get to the basket regardless, and nobody's gonna jump with him. And that's the thing.
Yeah,
you add Aaron Gordon now. Michael Porter Jr. can go back to just doing what he did in the bubble, just being a pure scorer.
Right.
You don't need him to get rebounds. He can still do that occasionally. You don't need him to play defense, even though he'll still do that sporadically. He's not the best defender, but he can go back to doing what he does best.
But you still got Will Barton, JaMychal Green, Monte Morris, Paul Millsap. That's a solid bench.
Yeah.
That's a solid bench.
They didn't lose. The only person they lost was R.J. Hampton and Gary Harris.
Yeah, Gary Harris. R.J. Hampton was good coming out of college. I don't know what happened there.
No, he did. He played in New Zealand.
Yeah, Melo. I know, but he was good. I don't know, but maybe it'll be better.
The Mavericks won. I mean, the Magic won it. I'm gonna give you Aaron Gordon. At least give me somebody.
Yeah, they traded. Let's talk about all the players they traded. Fuck, man, they were like, we're gonna rebuild this brick by brick.
This morning I was on YouTube looking at on the Ringer, Bill Simmons shit. I was on their channel and they was talking about how Aaron Gordon fits for the Nuggets, and I don't remember the dude's name, but he said it best. He said basically the Magic have basically been like a fucking farming system to breed out players to go to other teams and succeed. Like they did the same thing with Oladipo. Because he was there, and then he ended up going to where, Indiana after?
Indiana.
And then he started, OKC. He got traded to OKC when he was playing with Russ. He played bad, and then he went to Indiana, started balling.
And then also Shaquille
O'Neal,
McGrady.
Tracy McGrady.
Went to the Rockets. They don't really keep their players.
Yeah, and the last time they had a good team was with Dwight.
Yeah, but surprisingly, for a team that's never really tried to be great, they really locked up some good fucking players throughout their
It's
years.
not that they have a bad front office. They've been struck with a lot of bad coaches, I think. And it's not even that because Steve Clifford's a good coach, but he's not. It's not the coach I want when I'm rebuilding because he's a coach when you want to win now. Yeah. But and it's just the market too. Like you have Miami. Why the fuck would I go to Orlando if Miami's right there?
Right. And also just
South Beach with the bitches.
Also they never really went out and really cashed out during free agency. And also they don't like to re-sign players.
That too.
They don't really like to when's the last time they offer big contracts to their current players?
Did they pay Vucevic?
They paid him, but Vucevic is not getting paid much. He's getting paid 22, 23 a year. Right now, 22, 23.
Didn't Aaron Gordon just get cashed out? No. I could have swore Vucevic got paid and they say he was the highest paid center.
No. I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong on that. He's not the highest paid center. But he got a pretty good solid contract.
No, maybe not no more, but at the time when he got paid, I think he was. I could be wrong, so let me not say that.
Okay.
Let me not say that.
All right, I'm gonna start this. Be right back. Okay. All right, what's his contract?
So yeah, when in 2019, Vucevic signed with the Magic for 4 years, $100 million. So they don't pay their stars. He probably should have got more than that, but I don't think he was the highest paid center, but he got a 4-year, $100 million contract. So I mean, they'll give you the money, but like you said, they're not a big market. This isn't LA or Boston or Miami or Golden State or who's another big market? Dallas,
New York.
Even though New York is shitty, Brooklyn, San Antonio.
They could literally lose for 10, 20 more years and still be worth the highest.
The Knicks?
Because
it's New York.
Yeah, it's New York, which is kind of fucking stupid. I don't
What are you talking about? The Lakers were so shitty when Shaq left. We had Kobe, but the Lakers were so shitty. But it was still a big market. Stars didn't come because the Lakers were shitty. And because
we won 2 championships after Shaq.
You did, but before Powell and them came, it was a long time that the Lakers were shitty.
I know, but we still had Kobe.
That's what I said.
Right. The Knicks haven't had anybody for 3 decades.
Carmelo
is a tier under Kobe. He's not.
Okay, yes, he's not Kobe, But Carmelo is still Carmelo. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer, but he's kind of like he's cool to watch in his prime.
It's a couple other like I can't. Patrick Ewing. You can't say Patrick Ewing is not. It's not been 40 years since Patrick Ewing.
No, it's
basketball.
not. No, but I'm just saying.
Stephon Marbury.
No. You just knew he wasn't gonna win no championship in New York.
I get that. That's because there's so many better players that were around at that time.
True.
Ewing and them had to deal with Jordan, Marbury, and all those good players that was around in that Knicks era. Had to deal with fucking Kobe and Shaq and the Spurs and all these other teams. Like, yeah, if you can't get the best players, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. All right. Well, the Nuggets. I think that was the best move. But besides that, his other ex-teammates went to Chicago, and Chicago came up with some good players. Looking at them right now in the East, Chicago, not bad. Okay, not bad. They're at 10.
It's not bad. They outside.
They're right there. See,
in the East, when you at 10, you basically tie for 5th.
Basically, because you win a couple more games. The Pacers not gonna be in the playoffs. So all you got to do is jump the Pacers. The Heat's in 8th place right now, but give or take, Hornets is gonna drop.
I was about to say that's crazy that the Hornets are at 5 right now. God damn. Yeah. There's no way Anthony Edwards should win Rookie of the Year. I don't give a fuck what D'Lo was talking about. The Hornets are at 5th place. They would not be at 5th place if Melo was not there.
Right, but now that Melo isn't there,
if they start losing, he should win Rookie of the Year.
Even if he doesn't play that many games.
You see what he did? He's been leading rookies in every category since up until he got hurt.
Hasn't been that impressive to me either, though. So
he's been playing good, but
lately, his first 20 games, it's
been on and off. If I'm gonna give Rookie of the Year to anybody that's not LaMelo, I think I would give it to Tyrese Halliburton because he's really been going nuts in Sacramento.
But yeah, no. Nuts. So Chicago picked up
Nikola Vucevic,
and they also picked up what's his name? No, they gave away Otto Porter.
They gave away Otto Porter and gave away Wendell Carter.
For
Vucevic.
For Vucevic.
That's fine. That's all.
That's fine. That's all they need.
I mean, Wendell Carter, nice.
They got
to keep Lauri Markkanen. They still got Zach.
I heard they were gonna trade him, and I was like, why? Because I see potential in him. He can be. He's kind of like a Porzingis-ish.
Yeah. Maybe not as tall, but yeah, he's like a Porzingis player.
Yeah.
But I think maybe the Magic were trying to get him for Vucevic, so maybe that's why he was in the trade talks.
Right.
But they gave up Wendell Carter. Might as well give up Wendell Carter. The Bulls are at the point that if they want to keep Zach LaVine.
Oh, they should have got Ball too. That was another thing. If they got Lonzo, they were trying to trade for Lonzo. I don't want. Okay,
if they would have got Lonzo, that would have been scary.
So the two players that I was like, why didn't nothing happen? Was Lonzo and Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry, I thought for sure was going somewhere.
Yes, the Raptors didn't get. Why? Teams was trying to basically finesse the Raptors for Kyle Lowry. So
they were trying
instead of getting a finesse, I get y'all want to start rebuilding soon, but instead of getting a finesse, just wait till the offseason and find something better, or just keep him until you can find something better. Don't get finesse.
True.
And then
because he still has another year on his contract.
Yes, and then David Griffin, the Pelicans owner or GM or whatever, he talked to Lonzo and he said that the day of the trade deadline, Lonzo said he wants to stay with New Orleans and try to push for a playoff spot this season and try to make a run in the playoffs, and then he'll worry about his free agency and stuff. I guess he's a free agent this season.
Yeah,
next season.
So
he'll worry about that later.
So his contract's ending,
traded.
But I think he's a restricted free agent.
Yeah, so they can match his offer.
So they can match his offering. So yeah,
Lonzo's going to Charlotte.
No.
If it don't work out with the Pelicans and they decide to part ways,
but they have Rozier. What are you gonna do with Rozier?
Keep Rozier. Get rid of Devontae Graham.
Devontae Graham kind of nice though.
He way too inconsistent.
That's true.
Way too inconsistent.
But how are you gonna play? What are you gonna start the Ball brothers?
You can start all three. You can't, but you can.
What do you mean all three? There's only two.
I mean, you can start. I'm talking about all three, as in Rozier, LaMelo, and Lonzo. Put Rozier. He's gonna guard the one because he's the shortest.
That's small.
No, it isn't. Lonzo is 6'6" and LaMelo is 6'8". He's basically a small forward.
And what? So you start them three. You for sure gonna start Gordon.
Gordon Hayward already played the 4 in Boston. He could play the 4 again.
That's such a small lineup.
Go get a big man.
Okay, one big man isn't gonna. Bro, if you playing the Lakers, they got like 3 big men. Who's guarding who?
Who gonna keep up with all them niggas fast pace? Do you understand?
Yeah,
the Hornets run a
fast
paced offense.
Okay,
if you get Lonzo and LaMelo, they're gonna run that Chino's Hill bullshit where all they do is fucking press you and fucking try to fucking throw lobs.
I get it, but Lonzo can't pop no threes like that. Let's be honest, he has a better year now, but
he's shooting better than Luka and Trae Young still, so don't do that.
And LaMelo, he's all right at 3, but I wouldn't call him a sniper.
He's shooting like 39% for a rookie. That's actually good.
Okay, well, I don't know. I just can't see that happening. Like,
I don't think it'll happen either, but I want it to happen.
If Ball goes there, then Rozier gotta go. He ain't gonna be on the bench. Let's be honest now.
If the Hornets really did that and brought Lonzo, I can see Devontae Graham going. I don't see Terry Rozier going.
Yeah, no,
I get he don't want to play on the bench, but I think they will figure it out.
Okay.
I think they would figure it out. Figure something out. If Lonzo or LaMelo, if Lonzo got to come off the bench, that'd be better than fucking.
No, Lonzo's not. How are you gonna start one brother and bench the other brother?
Because they can still play together in other lineups. They don't got to play together in the starting lineup.
But you know how Ball is. He's much better when he's a starter with some, and you give him that like confidence booster. If you bench Lonzo, Lonzo isn't a bench court he's not a bench point guard. He doesn't come in and suddenly make impact. He needs to be on the field, on the court for a long time in order to make an impact.
That would be a cold backcourt though if you had all.
Yeah, no, keep dreaming. That shit ain't happening though.
I'm gonna keep dreaming. I want that to happen.
Let's get back to it. Chicago's nice. I like what they did. And then also, how do you feel about Oladipo? He's on the last year of his contract, so who knows? Maybe.
Well, he wanted to go to Miami.
He wanted to go to Miami.
That was one of his preferred teams. He said Miami, or I can't remember the other team. But I know Miami was one of them.
But the thing is, there's no guarantee that he is resigning either.
They could resign him.
But I'm pretty sure they will. But I mean, nowadays I don't really want to think so far when it comes to NBA free agency because shit fucking happens. Players get traded but still sign with a different team. But I personally, I thought it was a weird trade just because he's a shooting guard. You already have Hero. You got Duncan Robinson.
Hero comes off the bench. He only starts when players are hurt.
I like him in the starting lineup, man.
You can put him in the starting lineup. Duncan Robinson for sure is coming off the bench because he's just a shooter. You think you're going to start when all you could do is just shoot the ball? I don't give a fuck how good he shoot the ball.
True.
You're coming off the bench and Victor Oladipo is here. You can suck my dick.
Yeah, that's a good bench. That's a good bench with Hero, Duncan, and then probably you have the fucking point. You either have Dragic off the bench or you have
Kendrick Nunn.
Kendrick Nunn off the bench. I think right now they're starting Dragic though. Right?
Yeah, you start Dragic, start Oladipo at the 2. Jimmy Butler has always been a small forward by heart. He's never been a shooting guard, but teams he's been on, he's played shooting guard. But he's 6'7", 6'8", so he could play the 3. Put him at the 3. Bam plays the 4 to 5.
Bam plays the 5.
So then who's their 4?
Either they got Trevor Ariza now. They can play Kelly Olynyk.
Well, they would start Kelly Olynyk at the 5 because he's taller, and then put Bam at the 4.
Okay.
And that's a cold starting lineup right there.
You got Maurice Harkless.
They got Mo Harkless.
Yeah.
They got Trevor Ariza. They got Iggy.
But looking at the team, it's a fucking small team.
But they are deep, and everybody could get a fucking bucket.
True. I guess.
You got a champion in Iggy.
Yeah.
So you got somebody that could really. You got Goran Dragic.
So currently they just lost 6 straight. So them motherfuckers need to bounce back now. Okay.
I don't think Vic has played yet.
Hey,
he might have played one game.
You know what? You know why they lost 6 straight? Because Miami's wilding right now. You see spring break video in Miami?
Yeah, they've been doing that shit.
I was like, get me to Miami, man. Get me to Miami. I'm kidding. I don't want to be in Miami. That shit was wilding. They had you wilding as fuck when the whole city got to put a curfew on you.
Oh wait, they had a curfew?
Bro, they had a 8 p.m. curfew Because spring break was wild.
Because everybody was out there doing Oklahoma drills in the sand and doing football tackle drills and shit.
No, I thought they was just snoring coke and drinking liquor and probably
Now they was doing that too, but it was
heavy drugs.
I seen a lot of videos. You remember when you used to play football freshman year when we had to do that
the sand
drill?
they get up and
when
just,
you lay on your back, yeah, they was doing that shit.
No, the only video I saw
Man, you seen people doing coke. Jesus Christ, I only seen
I
like
saw a whole
videos.
bunch of Miami clubs video
I
on
should have
social
been there.
media.
That probably was lit.
Yeah, no, it was a lot. Yeah, they were out there wilding. I was a little jealous. I was sitting back like, damn, when's our turn? Come on, I'm ready. I'm sitting here like, hey, come on, I'll get in line. Tell me where I sign up. Let's go.
I hate them.
But yeah.
Before